Okay, we'll start the class. सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वं। Yeah. If somebody wants money to educate his son, somebody wants money to buy a house, somebody wants money to get married. Like that, different people want money for different purposes. But the cause is common. They all want money. Therefore, they have to seek money whatever way they can. Similarly, all of us have different problems at the body level, at the emotional level, at the intellectual level. Your solution won't suit me. My solution won't suit somebody else. Because our problems are different. But behind all this, there is a common problem, which is common to all problems. Solving that solves all problems. What is that? All our problems belong to the body. Pain, health, comfort. The mind, agitations. Various types of miseries. Various types of desires. Various types of disappointments. Intellect. Concept of honor, dishonor. Concept of honor, dishonor, victory, defeat, all these things. These are our problems. Problems of the body, problems of the mind, problems of the intellect. Though problems vary from person to person, all problems belong to this only body, mind, and intellect. You further shorten the list. The problems of the mind, intellect also are because there are problems at the body level, at the physical relationships. Please mute your phone. Please mute your phones. Yeah. So, fundamentally, most of our problems belong to the body, mind, intellect, and further analysis, they all have an origin in the concept of the body. So this has to be analyzed. Before we analyze, please, I want you to think, if there is one problem that does not belong to either the body, mind, or intellect. Because, I am not up to date with the latest information, generation gap. So you might be knowing some problem which does not belong to the body, mind, or intellect. Only one problem I want. Sample. You won't have any problem other than the body, mind, intellect. So here, the Upanishads say all your problems belong to the notion that you are the body. That is itself an illusion or a delusion. You are not the body. You have a body. What you have not you is not you. I have a house, I have a car, I have a wife, I have a dog. You are not that. What you have is not you. What you can see is not you. You can see the body, you can see the mind, thoughts. Mind means thoughts, your agitations and all that. You can see the intellect, several things you can see. So all those you are not. Because what you see are your objects, you are the subject. You are the subject. Objects are many, subject is one. Objects change, subject does not change. My body is also an object. My mind is also an object to me. My intellect is also an object to me. My body changes, my mind changes, my intellect changes. I, the one who notices these changes of the body, mind, and intellect, am the same. My body was different when I was born. Then at every stage of my life, childhood, youth, and all that, I have been aware of my body, what it was. They have all changed, but I remember them, so I should have been the one who experienced the change. Myself not changing, otherwise memory is not possible. I can't remember your experiences. The one who remembers and the one who experiences must be the same. So if I could remember those changes, I should have been the one who experienced those changes, and I am the same now. So I didn't change. I didn't change with the body, I didn't change with the mind, I didn't change with the intellect. Also, the body is not the mind. Body is different, mind is different. But I say my body, my mind, therefore you have to be different than the body and the mind. Body is different from the mind. You say my body, my mind, therefore you have to be different from both. So if all problems belong to the body, mind, and intellect, you have no problem. Because I asked you before I started the class whether you have update on this thing, that whether there is some other problem other than the body, mind, and intellect. None of you said yes. Therefore, I assume all of us have the same problem with the body, mind, intellect. And since I am not the body, mind, intellect, I have no problem. I am the problem for all. So therefore, all our worries are based on false information, wrong data, wrong data. Therefore, what solution Arjuna had? Arjuna's problem was impending death everywhere. All people going to die. That problem is because he assumed them all to be the physical entities. So, the problem of death, on the assumption that we are physical entities, is common to Arjuna, is common to us. Hence, whatever solution was given to Arjuna applies to all of us. Therefore, the Gita has become universal because the problem is assumption that we are the bodies. Solution given to Arjuna applies to all of us. And the beauty of this spiritual solution is, it doesn't say this is the solution. Like you go to your doctor, he gives medicines because you have disease. If you have no disease, then that is the best solution. Here, the spiritual solution says, there is no problem that is worth your consideration. Spiritual teaching doesn't give solution for problems. Spiritual solution is the problem itself is not real. Some people put it beautifully. In spirituality, problems are not solved, problems are dissolved. Problems are not solved, problems are dissolved. So therefore, since all our life we have been struggling with one problem or the other, it's nice to know our problems themselves are on false data, we don't have problems. Can there be something more important than this knowledge to anyone? Because a lot of people say, I want to come, but I have no time. I have been thinking of coming, I have no time. You know, this no time is like the man left in the forest blindfolded, running everywhere. Running everywhere. And somebody asked, why don't you remove that bandage from the eyes and so that you can see? He says, no, I don't have time. Time to remove the bandage. And he is in a hurry to go. This is the case with people who say, I want to come, I have no time. Office, home, health, TV, club, all that I have time. I don't have time only for this. And this is the only thing that can give you security and happiness. So let us see how the theme develops. Up to now, what we have seen is they've assembled the battlefield and introduction of the warriors, names of the warriors, chariots, conches have been given to us. In this, we have learned that we can detect our maturity, our level of intelligence through the words that come from us. If we're egoistic, the words that come from you will hurt others and hurt you too. If you're unintelligent, the words that come from you will hurt others and hurt you too. So how it does, we have seen Duryodhana talking all nonsense, saying to Dronacharya, see, your brilliant student has come to fight against you, addressing him as the best of Brahmins, Vijottama, etc. So to change the mood, Bhishma blew the conch. Through that, they became the aggressors, which is 1 point minus for them because that is adharma. And then various conches they named and talked about Bhishma, the pot-bellied, Mrugodaraha, who does only big things. He doesn't believe in small things. Continuing, Ananta Vijayam Raja, Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha, Nakula Sahadevascha, Sughoshamani Pushpakau, Kashyascha Parameshwasaha, Shikandi cha Maharataha, Drushtadyumno Viratascha, Satyakischa Satyakischaparajitaha Drupado Draupadeyascha Sarvashah Prithivipate Saubhadrascha Mahabahu Shankan Dadmau Prathak Prathak. All these people blew their different conches. And the names Sri Vedavyasa uses for each one at the right place are apt to the situation. Here he is addressed Dharmaraja as Yudhishthira. Who is Yudhishthira? One who stays firm, sthira, in Yudhi battle. One who stays sthira, firm in battle. These are all various signals Sanjaya gives to Dhritarashtra to make him realize the strength of the Pandava side and see if he withdraws from the war. But Dhritarashtra is born blind, he can't see. Not only see outside, see any thoughts, intelligence, nothing. Saghosho Daptarashtanam Prutayani Vyadarayan Nabhascha Prudhivim Chaiva Tumulo Vyanunadayan. That sound of the Pandavas has completely shaken the Kaurava side. Atha Vyavastitan Društva Dhaptarashtan Kapidvajaha Pravrutte Shatra Sampate Dhanurudyamya Pandavaha Rushikesham Tada Vakyam Idamaha Mahipate. Up to now, the battle scene has been physical details have been given. From now onwards, the various aspects involved in that battle, from the standpoint of dharma, emotions, they are going to be talked about from now onwards. And then, in the process, we are going to be shown the dichotomy of the various dharmas. How that baffles a man how he gets completely disoriented and becomes a wreck. How does he find a solution? When does he find a solution? What qualifies him to get the solution? These are the various aspects of this first chapter, which is diagnosis of the disease. So now it says, Atha Vyavasthitan Društva Dhartarashtran Kapidvaja. Kapidvaja is Hanumanji, the flag is Arjuna. Pravrutte Shastra Sampate is ready to fight Dhanurudyamya Pandava. With the bow in hand, Rishikesham Tada Vakyam Idamaha Mahipati. He started addressing Rishikesha, the one who has conquered the senses, Sri Krishna. Arjunovacha Senayo Rubhayo Madhye Ratham Stapaya Mechyuta. Achyuta, the one who will never swerve from the path, because he is a charioteer. He has to have a clear sense of direction and complete mastery over the horses, not to derail. That is Sri Krishna. The charioteer in Gita is always intellect. Horses are the senses. The road is the sense objects. We going through the world of objects, wanting to reach the destination of immortality using this body, need to have a smooth journey. Means horses should go properly. That's possible only when the reins are held firm by the charioteer. Horses are the senses, reins is the mind, charioteer is Krishna, chariot is the body, Arjuna is the ego. Arjuna is the ego. So all of us are marching with this body towards our goal of immortality, freedom from sorrow. If we have to reach our destination, we have to walk in the right path, not derail, not go in the wrong path. So our intellect has to be steady. And that is Sri Krishna, because he is Yogeshwara. One whose mind, intellect have been integrated and turned towards the truth. That's why he's called Yogeshwara. Where you have such an intellect, where there is somebody who is prepared to take the journey with all the preparations, they have to become victorious. Yatra partho tanurdaraha. Yatra Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Yatra partho tanurdaraha. Tatra Sri Vijayi Bhuti. Where there is an intellect, integrated intellect Krishna, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, where there is the individual ready to walk, means ready to move. There, victory cannot be denied. All prosperity cannot be denied. Tatra Sri Vijayi Bhuti. Dhruvan iti matir mama. This is the unassailable thought. And this is my opinion. Who says? Krishna says. He never says, I am telling you. He always says, "This is my opinion." Who is he? Omniscient. God who knows everything. God who knows everything. Such a omniscient God says, "It's my opinion." That is the humility. That is the humility. In contrast to some lecturer on Gita said, "I have read 14 commentaries. All these are buffoons." That is the height of ignorance. Because where there is Vidya, Vinaya should follow. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmane Gavihasti. Where there is Vidya, Vinaya is automatic. Where there is no Vinaya, there is no Vidya, it is only information. Why does he want to? He wants Krishna to take the chariot in between. Yavadeta niriksheham yodhukaman avastitan kairmaya asaha yodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. I want to see who all assembled here with whom I had to fight. I want to assess enemy's strength. SWOT. Strength, weakness, opportunities, threats. SWOT test. योस्यमानानवेक्षेऽहं दये तन्न समागताः दातराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धेः प्रियचिकीर्षवः प्रियचिकीर्षवः. I want to see all those Dhritarashtra's evil-minded sons who have assembled here to fight. And then our MC, Sanjaya comes. Sanjaya Vacha Evamukto Hrishikeshu Gudakeshena Bharata Tenayorubayormadhye Stapayitva Rathottamam Bhishmadrona Pramukatah Sarvesham Chit Mahichitam Uvacha Partha Pashyaitan Mavetan Kuruniti. When Gudakesha, the conqueror of sleep, addressed Rishikesha, Sri Krishna, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye, between the two armies, Ratham Tapayitva, having stationed the chariot, Bhishma Drona Pramukataha, before the Bhishma, Drona, etc., Sarvesham cha Mahichitam, before all the other kings too, Uvacha Partha, Pashyaitan, Samavetan, Kuruniti. He said, Partha has the origin in Prithvi, Prithu, mud. At this time, Arjuna is not able to think properly. So Krishna says, Partha, Pashyaitan, Samavetan, Kuruniti. See these Kauravas. Assemble that word, underline that word, Kuruniti, because that is the crux of the whole Gita problem. What Krishna says, Pashya Yetan Kuruniti. Right? Krishna says, seize the Kauravas. Also, Krishna parks the chariot before Drona and Bhishma. That is the intelligent charioteer. If somebody else would have parked somewhere and Arjuna would have been overconfident, not properly be prepared, Krishna knows he should know the strength. So he places the chariot before Bhishma and Drona. And when Arjuna sees Bhishma and Drona, he becomes nervous because he knows both these people cannot be conquered by him. And his mind and intellect starts giving him all excuses to avoid the war, concealing the fact he became nervous. This is all what all of us do this. All of us will do this. When we don't want to do a thing, we have 100 excuses. So Arjuna was the same thing. So he says, what does he do? What did Krishna say? Kurun Pashya. See the Kauravas. What does Arjuna do? Tatra Tatra Pashyat Stitan Parthaha Pitrunata Pitamahan Acharyan Matulan Bhratrun Putran Pautran Sakistatha Shwasuran Suhridasteva Senayorupayorapi Tan Samiccha Sakunteya Sarvan Bandhun Avastitan Krupaya Paraya Vishtaha Shidannamidam Mabravit. Krishna said, see the Kauravas, see the enemy forces. But Arjuna, tatra apashyat, titan parthaha pitrun. Fathers means including uncles. Pitamahan, grandfather. Acharyan, teachers. Matulhan, maternal uncles. Bhratrun, brothers. Putran, children. Pautran, grandchildren. Sakin, friends. Tatha, Amma, you can you can put off your video because for some reason you have to get up too often and change. That disturbs me. Amma, I'm talking to you, Santosh Amma. Santosh Amma, you please put off your video. She's not able to listen also. She's getting up and going.
Santosh Amma, please switch off your video.
Yeah, please close your video. You listen. You see us and listen. Yeah. This thing you close because you are getting up too often. That disturbs us.
Uncle, I'll just call her up and tell her. I think she can't hear.
Yeah. Please tell her.
Okay.
She understands that because she's not listening also. Okay. Tatra Pashyastitan Partha Pitrunata Pitamahan Acharyan Matulan Bhratrun Putran Pautran Sakinstata Shwasuran Suhridastheva Senayoruvayorapi Tan Samiccha Sakunteya Sarvan Bandhun Avastitan Krupaya Paraya Vishtaha Vishidan Idam Abravit. See, Krishna Partika between the two armies and said, see the Kauravas, enemies. But he sees all relations, uncles, fathers, grandfathers, in-laws, his various children, cousins. In a battlefield, you have to see the enemy line, not relationships. Supposing there are, some cousins, because in a partition, some families went to Pakistan, some families were in India. And when you are fighting, your cousins are standing on the Pakistani side. you can't notice them as cousins and become emotional. You have to only notice them as the enemies. So here, Arjuna sees them as relations. This is the problem. Krishna said, Kurun Pashya. He said, Bandhun Avasthitam. All relations. And the word Bandhu itself is interesting. Those who bind you, those who limit you. So these Bandhus, Arjuna started seeing. Same case with us. When you do not see a problem as it is, see it through your prejudices, your colored vision, the problem assumes enormous proportions. And then Arjuna says, Drushvevam Swajanam Krishna Yusam Samupasthitam. I am seeing all our people there, Swajanam, Krishna, Yusam, ready to fight. Samupasthitam, assembled here, arrayed here. What did he expect when he came to the war? Not Kauravas. He thought the battle is not between the Kauravas and Pandavas. He thought the battle is between Greeks and Indians. Why does he say, I am seeing my cousins, our own people? They are expected to be there. That is the crux of the problem. That is the crux of the problem. He is not tuned to the cause. He is tuned to the ego. All our problems become heavy, interpreted by our ego. When you see a problem from the standpoint of the cause, you have a solution for every problem. And every problem is an opportunity. Bhagavan doesn't give anybody a problem without an opportunity in it. It is the ego that distorts the understanding and rattles you. So now he says, Arjuna, very interesting symptoms of his neurosis. Sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parisushyati vepatuscha sharire me romaharshascha jayate. Sidanti mama gatrani, my lips are failing. Mukham cha parisushyati, my face is dried up. Vepatuscha sharire me, my body is shivering. Roma harshascha jayate, my hairs are standing erect. These are all the normal symptoms of a psychologically derailed man. Up to this, it's okay. See the height of his despondency now. Gandhi vamsramsate hastat vakchaiva paridahyate nacha sheknomyavastatum brahmativa cha me manaha. Gandiva bow is slipping off from my hand. My skin is burning. Forget all that. I am not able to stand. Na sheknomi avasthatum brahmativa cha me manaha. My mind is reeling. My head is reeling. Imagine Arjuna, whom Shiva could not defeat. Arjuna, who won a war for Indra and Indra's throne was shared. Arjuna, who won single-handedly the Kaurava forces in Virata Parva, now says, I'm not able to stand. Height of despondency born out of ego. See, these words I am using not as a fancy, but these are the crux of the problem. You have to notice that in your life. whenever anything bogs you down, the cause is not merely the problem, the cause is the ego. What is the ego? Relating yourself to the body, to the individuality. That is ego. That causes all confusions. And confusions lead us to despondency. Furthermore, he says, Nimittani cha pashyami, viparitani keshava, nacha sreyonu pashyami, hatva swajanamahave. I'm seeing all bad omens. I am not seeing any good coming out of this killing of our own people. You know, your son or ward or brother, according to your age, has to go to the final exam. Brilliant boy, he always is a gold medalist. That day when he went out, somebody sneezed. He comes back home, Mama, second Sariya, he has sneezed. I won't go to the exam. Or a cat went before him. What will you tell him? Or you are on the stage. A lot of people are waiting for the drama to start. You are the main character. At that time, somebody broke a glass. He says, Chekunu Sariya, not act panna mudiyadu. What will happen? This is a crisis. War is to begin. Arjuna says, I am seeing all bad omens. Shows to what extent he has completely become a victim of his neurosis. Na kanche vijayam Krishna, na cha rajyam sukhani cha, inno rajyena govinda, in bhogai jivitani va. See, three stages. First stage, we saw the physical arrangement of the war. Second stage, we saw how the confusion started. Now, we are going to see devil quoting the scripture. Arjuna teaching Krishna what is right and what is wrong. What is moral, what is immoral. Dharma Shastra. Right? All that he is going to tell Krishna. He says, Nakanche Vijayam Krishna, Nacha Rajyam Sukhanita, Kim no Rajyena Govinda, Kim Bhogai Jivitani. I don't want this victory. I don't want this kingdom. I don't want the comfort that go with that. What am I going to do with this kingdom, which gives Bhoga, the luxurious life? What am I going to do that? Yesha mathe kanchitam no rajyam, Bhoga sukhani cha. Ime avastita yuddhe pranas tyaktva dhanani cha. For whose sake we want to fight this battle and win, those are standing there having sacrificed their lives and their properties. Who? Acharyaha, Pitaraha, Putraha, Tathaiva Chakitamaha, Maturaha, Shashuraha, Pautraha, Shalaha, Sambandhanistada, teachers, fathers, children, grandfathers, in-laws, Matulaha, maternal uncles, Pautraha, grandchildren, Shalaha, brother-in-law, Sambandhinaha, all other relatives, they are standing there. Therefore, yetan nahantumichami gnatopi madhusudana apitrailokya rajasya heto kim mahikruti. Yetan nahantumichami. I don't want to kill these people. Natopi, even if I am killed, Madhusudana, the one who has killed Madhu Rakshasa, apitrailokya rajasya, even for the three worlds, hetoho, even for the three worlds. Kim no mahi krute, what to talk about this? Yeah, even if I get victory over Bhurbuva Swaha, I don't want to fight this battle. I don't want to kill them. And he addresses Krishna as what? Madhusudana. Means who killed the Rakshasa Madhu. So he has a value for killing the evil. He has a value for killing the evil. That's why he addresses Krishna as Madhusudana. But he doesn't want to do. That shows the confusion. He addresses Krishna as Madhusudana. He himself doesn't want to kill. Shows the complete derailment. Tasman narha vayam hantum dhartarashtraam swabandhavan swajanam nikatam hatva sukhina shyama madhava. Therefore, we should not kill these children of Dhritarashtra, because killing our own people, how we are going to be happy? Yadyapyetena pashyanti lobhopahata chetasaha kulakshaya kritam dosham mitradrohe chapapakam katham nagneyam asmavihi papadasman nivartitum kulakshaya kritam dosham prapashyadbhir janardana. Even if these people, because of their greed, overpowered by greed, are not able to see the various issues involved in the loss of the family and the cruelty to friends, how we can't see? They are not able to see. Okay, how we are not able to see? Papa dasman nivartitum, not to go back from committing this sin. Purakshaya kritam dosham, destruction of entire families. How we are not able to see Janardana, one who removes the sorrows of others? Why are you not seeing this sorrow? Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha dharme nastam kulam krishnam adharmodhi bhavatyuta. Kulakshaye pranashyanti, from the loss of families, destruction of the families, the values attached to those families, kuladharma, sanatana, coming from time immemorial, are lost. Dharme naste kulam krishnam adharmodhi adharmaha abhibhavatyuta. When the family values are lost, only unrighteousness will take its food. Adharma adharmadhi bhavat krishna pradishyanti kulastraya strishu dushtashu vasneya jayate varna sankaraha. When adharma takes its food, the ladies will all lose their values, their morals, and from them, the offsprings will all be will all be completely out of focus from a particular discipline. That is, each one of us are born as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra. When the family lineage is maintained, those DNAs are probably maintained, and those values are maintained. So people will behave according to the tradition, according to the family values. When everything is gone, ladies become loose in morals. How children are going to follow those values? There will only be a mixture of castes. Varna Sankara. Sankaro Narakaya Kulaknana Kulasya Patanti Pitaro Kisha Lukta Pindo Kakya. This confusion of castes will lead to hell. Not only for us, all our ancestors, they will be deprived of their pinda, because there is nobody who is going to follow rules and do shraddha. Doshairete kulagnananam varnasankara karakaihi ustadyante jati dharmaha kuladharmas cha shashwataha. By these evil deeds, destroys of the family, which cause confusion of the caste, and all the religious duties, and the families are destroyed. Arjuna teaching Krishna Dharma. Arjuna teaching Krishna Dharma. Uchanna kula dharmana manushyana janardana narake netam vasu bhavati yanushushama. I have heard when the family dharmas are all gone, guaranteed naraka. Narake anetam vasaha. Naraka is guaranteed. This is what I have heard. Anetam vasaha for an indefinite period. Bhavati iti anusushrama. I have heard. And then now he congratulates him. He pats on his shoulder. Oh, but mahat papam kartum vyavasitavayam yadrajya sukalobena antum swajana mudya. Ayyo, we are about to do such a great sin. Thank God we woke up. Arjuna is telling now. Right? Yadrajya sukalobena, by the greed of the kingdom and the comfort and happiness. Right? We have woken up. What a heinous crime we were about to do. And now he concludes his, in the next two verses. Yadimam apratikaram ashastram shastrapanayah daptarashtraha ranehanyuhu tanme chemataram bhave. If the Dhritarashtra's children, weapons in hand, shall kill us without our taking weapons, nothing better than that. Let them kill us. Let them kill us. This is confusion confounded, delusion completed by Arjuna. And now Sanjaya says, Evam Uktarjunas Sankhe Radhopasta Upavishad Visritya Sasharam Chapam Shoka Sambhigna Manasaha. Saying this, Arjuna threw away all his bow and arrow and all that and sat in the chariot. Shoka Sambhigna Manasaha. Completely overpowered by grief. Arjuna. Whole problem where? Run Pashya. What did he see? Swajanan. Bandhun Avastitan. It's not rhetoric. Please don't be carried away by my words. This applies to you and me. Our problems are because we don't see a problem as a problem. We see it colored by our ego. That is Gita. That is Bhagavad Gita. Krishna makes us see as truth there is never a problem. All problems are your confusions. And therefore, as Gurudev beautiful word he puts, he says, not here, in Ishavasya. Grief is the language of delusion. Please write it down and think. Grief is the language of delusion. All our sorrows have their basis in complete false data. Grief is the language of delusion. So whenever you have grief, sit down, take a paper, pen, start writing down your grief and see where the basis lies. You will find by the time you wrote down, you found a solution. Honestly, do this exercise because when you are writing down, your mind starts thinking. It becomes little, detached, objective, and in that you find a solution. Detach from the problem, and you will find a solution. It is attachment that causes us confusion. And therefore, the first chapter, which completely describes us under what conditions as Arjuna, in turn all of us, becomes victims of the situation. How does we become despondent at a time when we are expected to act and fight with them? So this is the first chapter. Second chapter is called Sankhya Yoga because it's completely based on logic. And there are some aspects of Sankhya of the Bhagavatam, not the Sankhya of the Sikh philosophy. That is different. Bhagavata Sankhya is Kapila Sankhya. So there are some common factors in this Sankhya and that Sankhya. Both of them take the 24 tattvas as the basis. 5 sense organs, 5 organs of action, 5 pranas, 5 sense objects, and the Antakarana, 4. Together 24. So the whole basis is on that. So this is called also Sankhya Yoga, logical, also taken from the Sankhya philosophy of the Bhagavata. Kapila. Sanjaya Uvacha tam thata krupaya vishtam asrupurna kulekshanam vishidantamidam bhakyam uvacha madhusudana. There was some problem? Is it okay?
Now it's
Hello?
okay, Uncle. Now it's okay. Now we can hear you.
Okay, right. Tam tata krupaya vishtam asrupurna kulekshanam vishidantamidam vakyam uvacha madhusudanaha. To that despondent Arjuna, whose eyes are blurred because of the tears, vishidantam, to that despondent one, idam vakyam, this sentence, Madhusudana, the one who eradicates the Madhu, the ego, the Rakshasa, and thus releases you from the tyranny of your own mind and ego. That is Sri Krishna. He says this. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva Kashmalamidam Shame Samupastitam Anadyadustamasvargyam Kirtikaram Arjuna. Arjuna, where from this stupid mood come to you at this wrong time? Vishame, you are supposed to fight this battle. This is not the time for this type of stupid logics and dejection and despondency. How did you get this? You are known for your valor, bravery. How did you get this? He's asking. Kutaha tvam kasmalanidam. Kasmanam, dejection, confusion. This word is used in Tamil, kasmalam. There are a lot of Tamil words in Sanskrit or Sanskrit words in Tamil. Very peculiar. Kashmalam is only in Sanskrit and Tamil. Similarly, Panam. Panam is money. It's in both. Taksha, carpenter. Like that, there are plenty of words common in both. Tailing, cloth. Sutasva kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam anaryadustamasvadyam akirtikaram Arjuna. Anaryam, not befitting of an Arya. This is not the historical Arya. People who are trying to divide Aryan Dravidians. No, Arya means respectable one. The correct form of that is Ayya. Ayya and Arya are same. Anarya Dustamasvaryam. Dustam practiced by Asvaryam. That which excludes your action. Excludes means denies you. Swarga, heaven. Akirtikaram, it will bring you disgrace, Arjuna. It will bring you bad name. dishonor. How did this come to you? Krishna is asking. Klaivyam masmagamappartha naitattvai upapadyate naitattvai upapadyate chudram hudaya daurbalyam tekva uttishta parantapa. Klaivyam, impotence. Masmagamappartha. Do not get into that stage of impotence. What is impotence? Neither man nor woman. If you are a man, you should have the courage. If you are a woman, you should have endurance. You are neither a man nor a woman. You don't have the courage nor endurance. Na etattvai upapadyate. This doesn't befit you. Shudram hridaya daurbalyam. This weakness of your heart is contemptible. Mean. Tektva. Leaving it. Uttishta. Get up. Parantapa. Sculpture of force. Parantapayati parantapa. I have to show off some Sanskrit because all of you are all Sanskrit people. But until I know I have to show off sometimes. Arjuna vacha katam bhishmamaham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana ishubhi pratiyavasyami pujartha arisudana katam bhishmam aham sankhe. In this battle, Bhishma and Dronam cha katham Vishubihi Pratiyotya. Retaliate with my arrows. Forget about my fighting. Even if they send arrows, how can I even retaliate? People like Bhishma and Drona, Pujarhaha, they deserve to be worshipped. Dusudana, Harisudana, capture of foes, destroyer of enemies. See, again dichotomy. He has value for killing the evil, Madhusudana, destroying the enemies, Harisudana, and he doesn't want to do that. That is confusion confirmed that dichotomy. Gunahatva hi mahanubhavan Sreyo bhuktum bhakshamapi haloke Atva takama tu gurubne haiva Bhunjiya bhogan rudira pratikta. Gurunahatva hi mahanubhavan. These great people, noble people, killing them. Better than that is bhuktum bhaksham apiha loke. Living on alms is shreya better. Atva arthakamastu gurun ihayava. Having slain all my punya in the form of wealth, enjoyments, and desires, stained by their blood. All my enjoyments, wealth, desires, whatever I fulfill, whatever wealth I have, all of them, when I am enjoying them, I see their blood because they ran through their blood. Kunjiya bhogan rudira pratikta. Nachaitadvidmak kataranno gariyo yadva jayema yadivano jayayuhu yane vahatva najiji vishamaha devastita pramukhe dhaktarashtra. Here starts Arjuna's introspection. Because he sees he is blabbering so much. Krishna seems to be sitting calm, smiling. So that makes him think there is somewhere something wrong in my perception and my trying to analyze the problem. There is something wrong because Krishna is very confident. He is cheerful. So he starts thinking now. This is why we go to temples. Bhagavan doesn't speak to you. You go there, you tell all your problems, Bhagavan is there watching you with a smile because he listens without interpreting. At home and friends and relations, they won't listen to you. Here, God listens. And in the very process of narrating the problem, you see the flaws in your logic and you find an answer. Same thing here. Na etad vidmaha atara na gariyaha, which is better for us. Yedva jayema. We should win. Yediva no jayayo, or they should conquer. Yaneva hatva na vishama. Having killed whom we would like to live. Te avastitaha pramukhe dhattava. Here are the people standing before us, Dhritarashtra's children, whom we do not know whether we should kill or they should be allowed to kill us. So first time he is at least doubting. Then the next verse is most important because how a despondent man, a totally egoistic man, a complete psyche, he changes into a student, into a willing listener, into a man who is willing to be disciplined, therefore called a disciple. How does one change from that despondency to a student? That is given in the next verse, 7th verse, most beautiful verse. Karpanyadoshopahatas svabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha yachreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Karpanyadoshopahatas svabhavaha. Krishna, I am being overpowered by the blemish of listen, speaking. Karpanya, Krupanatvam, both are linked. Miser becomes misery. Miser gets misery. Same thing in English also. Miser, misery, Krupanatvam, Karpanya Bhava. Why is that linked? You have God in you, Lakshmipati. Everything in you, the beauty, Shantam, Shivam, Sundaram, Satchidananda. And you feel a beggar. Why? Because you are not tapping that source. Therefore, you are a miser, penny wise, pound foolish. Gurudev says, who is a miser? One who has money in the pocket, feels hungry, doesn't go to a restaurant and eat and says, I'm going home anyway, I will take some water, drink free from the restaurant and go. He is a miser. He has a solution but doesn't use. Karpanya dosho pahatas svabhava pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha cheta. Baffled by two dharmas, sammudha, dharma sammudha cheta. Mukh to delude. Sammudha, totally deluded. Of what? What I should do, dharma. What is the confusion? Yet shreyaha, what is ultimately good for me? Syat nishchitam bruhi tanme. Krishna, I am confused. I am not able to decide. You decide. Nishchitam bruhi tanme. Why should I tell you? Up to now, you have been talking like a big pandit. Suddenly, you are asking me, no, Krishna, I realize my mistake. Shishyaha, I am willing to be your disciple. Swam Prapannam, I am surrendering myself. I am willing to be disciplined. Therefore, Shadhi, please teach me. He is asking Krishna to teach him. That is how a real student comes. Because a student is one who has to have faith in the teacher and submit himself to be influenced by the teacher. As water flows from higher level to lower level, Jnana also flows from higher level to the lower level. For an egoistic man, any teaching will not help. Here, Arjuna started analyzing the problem, Viveka, and saw the futility, Vairagya. And now he has reasonably controlled his emotions, Shama, Dama, etc. and surrenders. And therefore he becomes a fit student. And Krishna has to start the teaching. Before that, Arjuna gives one more finishing touches to his delusion. Nahi prapashyami mama panudya yachokam indriyana avapya bhuma vasapatna vruddham rajyam suranam apichadipatyam. I don't know what will remove this state of mind, this sorrow from mind, even if I get complete rulership over the entire earth without anybody challenging. Asapatna Vruddham, Rajyam Suranam api Chadipatyam. Also the heavens. I don't see whether that can remove my sorrow. Krishna, I am totally wrecked. I am a wreck totally. Sanjaya Vacha Evam Uktva Hrishikesham Gudakesha Parantapa Nayotsi iti Govindam Uktva Tushni Bhabuvaha. Having said this, conqueror of sleep, to the one who has conquered senses, Parantapa, the sculptor of fools, Nayotsi iti Govindam. I am not going to fight. Uktva Tushni Bhabuva. He became silent. Tamuvacha Hrishikesha Parhasanniva Bharata Senayor Ubayor Madhi Vishitantamidam Vachaha. Tam, that Arjuna, Hrishikesha, the conqueror of sleep, senses, Parhasanniva, as though smiling, Senayor Ubayor Madhi, between the two armies, Vishitantam Idam Vachaha. He talked these words to the despondent Arjuna. By a stretching of the language, a little stretching, this Vishidantam also can be stretched to me. Is the beginning of the end of the despondency. Vishidantam idam vachaha. Krishna starts talking. How? Prasanniva, as though smiling. How can I smile at a problem like this? All are going to die. Arjuna, that's what he said. How can I smile? Supposing your child saw you putting the keys of the car into your pouch and you are searching the entire house and shouting on everybody. I have to go to office, keys are not found in this house, nothing is kept properly, everybody disturbs. Shouting, shouting, shouting. The child sees and smiles. Why? Because the child saw the key being put into the pouch. You are obsessed with the problem, child has the answer, therefore smiling. Arjuna is obsessed with the problem, Krishna has the answer, therefore smiling. That also not really smiling. Prahasan Iva, as though smiling. What is the answer? There begins the Gita, 11th verse of the second chapter, which we shall see next year. Right? We shall have the answer next year. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Yeah. Anything anybody wants to ask or tell? No? Okay.
Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about Mummy. I think she was having some audio problems and she couldn't figure out,
No, no,
so.
don't worry. I know, Mummy. I know there is some problem. I know, Mummy. Therefore, I asked her to close the video, but nothing wrong with it. I know,
Okay.
I know, Mummy. She has the problem. I know it. But
Yeah.
I wanted the video.